Good morning, beautiful souls. Queen Carrie here, speaking to one of my other queens in my realm. How are you in this beautiful summer day? Out for my walk, practicing speaking out loud instead of processing internally. Don't know if I'll have anything to say today. Here I am, showing up like I said I would, keeping my word, building trust in myself. It's actually a little breezy today, a little cold. Maybe if I pick up the pace a little bit, create some heat, keep myself warm. Some of the thoughts I've been having in my head, what are the topics I should be talking about? And I tend toward a lot of emotional things, feelings. And like, do people really want to know my feelings? And well, if you think about it, I'm saying to myself, if emotional eating is all about emotions and we eat to tamp down, buffer away, numb from the feelings, we should be talking about the feelings and the emotions, right? Emotional eating is all about the emotions that we don't want to feel, don't feel worthy to feel, feels too uncomfortable to feel, don't know how to feel and process. So I guess in my own mind, I'm justifying for myself why I always talk towards of my feelings. So here we go. A lot of stuff that's been coming up lately for me, I guess that it's time for me to process through, is not being chosen. And if I'm not chosen, I'm not loved enough. I don't matter enough for people to choose me. And it came up again a little bit for me the other day when my stepdaughter sent some beautiful, lovely pictures of my new grandson to my husband, but not to me. And I know she didn't mean anything by it, but that feeling was still there. A little, not as strong as it would have been previously, but just kind of bubbling under the surface a little bit, and recognizing the feeling and being aware of the little tendril roots that are still clinging that need to be plucked. So what is that? She sent them to me. Would have taken all of 2 seconds to choose my name and her contacts, add to the text message. And in my attempt to create my own family, because my own immediate family chooses not to choose me, it still feels like the family that I'm choosing isn't choosing me. And what is still the underlying belief, the one little tendril that's left, that's clinging on for dear life, that I have to be chosen to be worthy. I have to be chosen to be loved. I have to be chosen to matter. And I'm not sure what that is yet. And that's part of the process of working through all of this and peeling the onion layers back to figure that out. I get to do it layer by layer, and I'm okay with that. It's a process. It's a practice. And every time I become aware of those feelings, that what we call a limiting belief in coaching world and coaching speak, every time I become aware of that limiting belief being triggered, I get to say, I see you. And every time I do that, it heals a little bit more. And I get to stop it quicker. And I get to say to myself, I am chosen because I choose me. I am worthy because I choose me. I matter enough because I choose me. Because I am lovable because God put me here on this earth. And I am also all of those things because God put me here on this earth. And I get to ask myself, what is the one thing that I need to completely release that limiting belief that I have to be chosen to matter? I have to be chosen to be loved. I have to be chosen to be accepted. I have to be chosen to be worthy. What is the one thing that will completely let that go? And then I let my unconscious mind stew on it for a little bit, because it has to answer the questions that we pose to it. So I'm asking myself better questions to get better answers, to transform my life and change my perspectives of my life, create better filters on my life so I see it in a better light and create a better world for myself. I hope all that made sense. So what are some better questions you can start to ask yourself to get better answers? Questions like, why can't I fill in the blank, are not good questions. Because you're going to get answers because I'm lazy, I'm too fat, I'm blah, which are answers that I used to get, questions that I used to ask myself. What are better questions you can ask yourself so that you get better answers? Instead of asking, Why can't I lose this weight? Why can't I stop myself from eating? Why did I just binge? Why did I just overeat? Whatever the questions are, what are better questions that you can ask yourself? How can I lose this weight for good? What is the easiest, most effective way for me to lose this weight? Those are the types of questions we want to pose to our unconscious mind, and then let it stew on it and present the answers. You might not get them right away, but those questions are the ones that are going to get you better results. I hope that makes sense. So your challenge today is find the one question for you to pose to your unconscious mind that will get you the biggest results. And then just listen. Maybe start a journal. Today, I'm asking my unconscious mind this better question. And every time you feel like you get an answer or some sort of response to that question, write it down. Keep a log of those responses and just track and see what happens. And then when you get the answer, what is the one thing that you can do to follow through on that answer? What is the one action step that you can do to ensure that you get results from that answer? And then share them with us. What are the questions you're asking yourself? Because maybe your question will help somebody else. Maybe your answer will be what somebody else is looking for. Because sometimes, much like myself, we have a hard time articulating what that is for ourselves. So pose that question, put it in the comments. Let's help each other move our lives forward and collectively release the weight, let go of emotional eating, stop the binges, and create a realm of beautiful, sexy queens. I hope this helps you today. Live radiantly, my beautiful friends. Stay true to you, my lovely queens.